Hello everyone, once again to Teens in Space, Get to the Spilux, episode 4. This one's called Half Binary Breakaway. I'm Matt, I'm your Dungeon Master today, and welcome to the stream. Let's switch over to the main to see everybody joining us tonight. Hello everyone, once again. Hello, the Spilux crew. It feels good to be back after such a non-emotionally draining episode last time. It was just so wonderfully full of daisies and nothing bad happened ever. Your silence confirms it for me. Thank you. I'll go down the line, starting to is it my left or my right? I don't know anymore. D20, hello, how are you?
Good evening, Slightly Murderous Games Master.
No.
Please spare some of us. Literally 20% of the group was horribly removed. So, other than that, it's a wonderful day, and I'm looking to bring Oyuz in his full Cthulhu-ness to tonight's shenanigans.
Hello, Ellie.
Hello. Yeah, no, this episode's going to be great. Looking forward to not dying, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fern's going to have a great time because, you know, she's pretty fly for a cacti. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I love that. Talhara.
Hello. Well, I guess I missed a lot in the episode I wasn't here for. Just a little bit. A couple of selfies, some badges that were and weren't earned, being jettisoned into space. But you know what? At least I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're in pieces in an esky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine.
I didn't get a confirmed kill on that one, I gotta say.
No.
So, if you're playing Call of Duty or something, the dog tags are still there for me to collect. But I've got you down to rights at the moment. So maybe we can change this one. It's only episode 4 of 6, so I've got a chance, is what I'm saying.
Where it goes. Yeah, you do. Let's see if I can thwart it.
Yes. Envy, how you doing?
Speaking of confirmed kills. So,
one of
hello everyone.
Could be many.
I'm MBCDM, I use he, they pronouns, and tonight, instead of my usual character Tim, who is irrevocably dead, I believe, I will be the NPC, taking over Frankles for the time being, and seeing how that goes.
I'm also gonna award Envy, not Frankles, some adversity tokens, because they have been through the ringer last session. So I'll give you 2 off the bat.
I'm going to immediately use them to parkour off something.
Yeah, there you go. I think that was his main arc that I remember. It was trying to parkour, and that's how you convinced him to join you or something like that.
Yeah, he's been playing too much Tony Hawk's Underground.
I didn't think a bit character would become a player character so easily. I gotta say. Last, certainly not least, though. Red, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Dragon Kier. I use they, she pronouns. I'm playing Trip, who has survivor guilt. Very much survivor guilt. And she's just lost her best friend. So, you have a little bit of teenage angst going on.
Oh, I love good a bit of teenage angst and role-playing. It's what makes these games the best they can be.
Let's not forget, we also lost the entire ship's AI.
Oh yes, the other confirmed kill I got.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
so rather than me twisting the knife a little bit, I'll let you guys do the honors of recapping for us what happened last time.
I refuse to speak to these events.
Matt, can I make a slight beg?
Yes.
Red has some excellent notes that from last time's game, and I think they should be read in their entirety, if at all possible, because that really frames everything.
I seem to remember some purple notes of your own that were also fairly fantastic. I don't mind how you recap. My simple question is, what happened last time?
I think the episode should be recapped by a photo montage of all the selfies I used to.
So if it helps, the selfie montage starts with a picture, and I've got them all written down because I'm an idiot.
I'll give you if you do a good enough job, I'll also give you an adversity token.
So the first photo was of us all piling out as a group. The next one was a little bit confused because we apparently tripped off some sort of security bots. There was these tiny little terrors chasing us up, and there was a lot of gaffer tape, and there's a picture of OYUs being pushed away from the group as we saw Tim heroically taping stuff down. Then there was the gravity well, which we weren't quite sure where we were. There was moving rocks around there, and then there was Frankel's. There was OYUs at one point, and Frankel's bouncing around his head as he was launched into space holding a piece of gaffer tape too. We then rescued someone, and again there's a picture of OYUs and the rest of the crew. Tim helpfully helping out what appeared to be an injured crew member with some pictures of some very valuable keys we needed to keep.
Yes.
There's then a picture of Ula with OYUs looking at this guy that's bleeding out on the floor. Finally, there's another picture of the important plot point floating off into space.
There was.
Bullet was on his chest when he was ejected out into space, by the way.
No,
That was a beautiful
Esky.
moment as well. I think someone clipped that of
Esky.
my... You can see the moment his heart gets ripped in half when he realized what the players
The
have done.
absolute oh no, what's happening?
Yeah.
God.
My
There
gosh.
was a distinct F-bomb dropped, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
what's the name of this
Family
channel
friendly.
again?
Yeah. So the next poignant photograph was a space paddy wagon that magically turned up to knock the Esky back towards us. Just the Esky, not the important plot point with the keys
No,
to
no one
get
likes
us out
Jacob.
of the place.
That's why. No one likes
No,
Jacob.
that was fine.
You can't have everything.
Yeah,
Especially not
NPC not
pictures.
relevant. Then we've got a picture of us in a hallway with lots of horrific looking creatures. Horrific looking creatures. And a cell door that appeared to be ripped open. And then there's a picture of a fire.
Just a fire?
Burning in the background.
Oh.
And then there's us ejecting into space in different pieces.
With a different, with a specific lack of two of your friends.
So there was this moment where Tim and Trip were arguing with no words. They were just looking at each other and just saying everything by just not speaking.
It's a
And
weird
Tim
standoff
won.
between
Tim-
like
Tim
a digital
won.
readout and someone with actual eyes.
So, just refresh for us then. How did they get split from everyone? Why did that happen?
We didn't have time to sort out the problem with the engine bay and get to the pods and sort out prepping the pods to go into the place that we needed them to go to. And so we split up, and Tim was going to go off, and so Trip was going to follow, and Tim was like, no, I've got this. Me and Sopro will do it. And they had this standoff where Tim was like, let me have this. I've got this. Trust me. And so Trip begrudgingly did.
Oh,
To be fair, he succeeded in.
that's true. I did
Yeah. He
absolutely
did.
fix the engine
just-
problem.
Did not succeed at getting to the pods.
Indeed.
No, apparently the ominous 3 was shorter than we actually thought it was.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, Sopo was able to count down, but not fully
Without actually giving
understanding
us units.
what the unit length was, yeah. All we knew is when it hit 0, that was bad. So,
But on the upside, I was going to say there were two slight minor plots which aren't probably relevant to this plot line at all. There, our wonderful Trip had programmed one of the escape pods to it, which wasn't actually used, but was jettisoned for some random reason. No idea why that happened. To follow us exactly back. Our AI, Sofo, RIP, was basically our car keys. So the Hilux is going to be
He
somewhat
was
problematic.
our sat nav.
He's your sat nav.
Less our car
Yeah.
keys. He was our sat nav.
You've still got the
And
ignition,
weather
which is a
station and a
hammer on,
bunch of other things.
on an
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Technical
can still
details.
drive.
You can still
Very
kickstart it,
confusing.
quite literally.
We also did have that backup drive as well.
Yeah, you've got the wobbler drive if you ever need it.
Yeah. But we left a pod ready for Tim and Sopo,
Which we didn't
and it
take.
was programmed. But they didn't take it. They took the paddy wagon for the warden because the warden rocked it up. So shit knows whether the warden got out or whether he's still up there. And then you guys got in the paddy wagon and
couldn't drive properly because despite watching Trip do it many, many times, did not know which of the levers or the sticks to pull or buttons to push. And we ended up getting sucked into the black hole, the B hole.
The
Yeah. So
So,
yay.
and then we got raided right at the end of the
Right at the
piece
end.
where all of
Right
us
when
were
everyone
bawling
was
our
getting
eyes out.
oh my god.
Excellent timing.
The tears were real.
The tears were real. Well, just before we kick in, I got a little last bit of housekeeping. We are sponsored by Wood and Forge. Now, Wood and Forge has been very lovely to us, both in the charity streams and YouTube stuff. So if you want to check out some of their stuff, they have really nice dice boxes. They have all of these gaming accessories made out of really high quality wood, ethically sourced as well. And you can score yourself 10% off with code SOPO. Not RIP SOPO, just SOPO, SOPO, to score yourself 10% off using our affiliate link down there. And it will be supporting the channel, full disclosure for that. So it helps us out, gives us a little kickback, and helps us keep making more shows like this with amazing cast and amazing everything. Just we appreciate it. So with that, I do want to twist the knife a little bit. I am going to just tell you that right now. We are going back in time a little moment.
No.
And we're going to be overlooking a dark disc surrounded by streaking sunlight, kind of going in a bit of a three-dimensional pattern. The accretion disk of the black hole is the vista as two members of your former party overlook it. And the silence is broken after the other moments we had last time with the joke and the secrets. And then nothing happens for a long while between them. It's a little bit awkward. But Sopo turns their attention to Tim.
What do you think happens?
What do you mean?
Did I cut out? Did I cut out
did.
there?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, goddamn.
You want to take that again?
He turns to Tim.
What do you think happens?
What do you mean?
Sopo doesn't know what he wants to do.
I do not know what to do either.
Do we just wait? I don't want to be bored.
Do you think... Is this what happens to robots when they die?
We already did.
I do not know.
Slap me. Give Sopo a slap.
Okay. Okay.
You just
Yeah.
you make contact with Sopo, and he's like,
Ah! It isn't. It doesn't feel like anything.
This is strange. I was not sure what this would feel like, but I didn't expect it to feel like this. Which is nothing.
I thought Sopo would be more scared. But Tim makes Sopo feel comfort.
I am glad of that, Sopo. I do not know what comfort feels like, but I am glad that you do.
Yes. If Sopo could reorganize his acronym, he would make it so it said something like personable or operation. No. Tim's friend. Oh fuck.
Well, that would be a good acronym. Would you like to play cards or something? I think I have a solitaire program saved.
At this point, you do see the black starting to overtake you and the light starting to basically remove itself from everywhere except your ship interior. And it's just you two in the entirety of the space now.
This is strange. I have no sense of where we are, or when we are, or anything outside of this. Hey, you, of this paddy wagon.
GPS has no reading anymore. I think we're waiting.
I feel like we could be waiting a while.
Time passed differently for here, don't it?
I think so. I have not done extensive calculations on a black hole.
Oh, they're going to be gone before we are, and they don't know.
Perhaps it is better that way.
Maybe.
I hope they will not miss us too much.
Meanwhile, a few days has passed. You are on. Actually, let's say you have retrieved the Spilux. It's been no problem to get it started. Like that's pretty bread and butter for the rest of you. Frankles is with the crew. Ula is in the esky, pieced together. Everyone is looking good. Frankles had a bit of a glare at Stitches for a long while there. But you have reached your next destination. It is a familiar planet. And I would like us quickly to do a very quick world build on it. And I have its name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, did I? Look.
I had its name.
This planet has a fairly expansive city to it. I would say you've landed here because you have I would say Trip, you've been here before. You've met these grounds in recent years. You haven't been back here in a while, but it's at least a familiar stomping ground here. What I would like for world building wise, what is their latest event to have taken place here in a bit of a big city, multiple different class structures and systems?
The Intergalactic Car Show.
Intergalactic.
The Intergalactic Car Show.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, it's the Intergalactic Car Show that's just been on. Oh man, you missed it with your Spilux and everything.
Yep.
No one will see the fully sick rims.
Yeah.
Well, no, we wouldn't have won because someone forgot to polish the rims, remember?
Yes, they
right.
did. There was a
Yeah.
crime committed. No one ever found out who did that either.
No.
I blame the hamster.
You can always
I
blame
was
the
literally about to say the
hamster.
same.
Who is probably still just running through space at this
They
point.
definitely are. They definitely are.
That's going to come in handy later.
Just random hamster comes in. What?
It's a new rendition of Across the Universe.
What is the name of the monarchy that resides here? Be like House something, the something empire.
Oh, I see.
The House of Hams?
Oh. Why?
No reason.
There isn't at all.
They came into their money originally through potato farming.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it said hands, like H-A-N-D.
No. No.
Hams.
And sorry, what was the one you said, Red?
They came into their money early on through potato farming.
The House of Hams did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your level of recognition in the house depends on what type of glaze you are. So you've got like the
Okay.
maple level, the
Honey
orangey
glaze,
time.
You
Yeah.
know, yeah, that sort of thing.
I have no regrets about any of this.
No, so just as a side note, he's currently asleep, so he'll get to find all of this
Oh,
out
hell
tomorrow. Yeah.
They hate us.
I'm gonna say.
I don't know if it's like a monarchy per se. I feel like it's one of those high council things where you have a representative of each glaze, which is like each caste of ham. That
I would
like,
say there'd be
sits on the
clan.
council.
You'd be clan, the honey clan, and the cola clan,
exactly.
and the
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, can we do it
Both
like
clan.
can we do it like June? So you've got House of Maple, House of Honey.
House Maple. I like that. I like those names.
Yeah.
House
Okay, so
Boneless.
the monarchy is called. Well, so what's the leader faction then? Like, what's the leading monarchy then?
Is it just only hams?
I
That's
will
too
steer
meta.
away from that one.
Or
But it is
smoker
very
of the
funny,
smoked
yes.
hams.
The monarchy.
The shed.
Oh no! So the top is actually called OG, Original Glaze.
The OG ham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
So we have the House of Hams. The level of recognition determines what glaze you have on.
Have we just walked back into the mafia again?
I think so. I think you have. Yeah.
Kind of. This is like, it's like, yeah.
We had
It's
Italian
a
mafia,
planet-
now we got something else.
It's a planet of sentient preserved meats, which
we-
I guess stitches
Which
and
grow
will fit right in.
potatoes. Yeah.
Okay, so the monarchy is the House of Hams. The level of recognition determines what glaze you have on. And then the clans make up the council, which is House Maple, House Cola, etc.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you know, if the head house got all of its money by potato farming, then we could say whoever controls the starch controls the
March.
universe.
Who controls the starch gets the march. Okay, well, if we're making that joke, I'm gonna say House Honey really has an affinity for agriculture, specifically bees, because once you get the honey, then you get the power as well.
Mm. Then you get the bees.
Then you get the bees. All right. How is this city structured in terms of its architecture? Are we looking at an upper city, under city situation physically? Are we looking at like a Ba Sing Se ring system? Are we looking like the wealthier living literally in the sky? What's the vibe here like that? Because I would say the class struggle is pretty important on this one.
I feel like if you imagine sort of like a dome with like a central spire protruding out from the top of the dome that kind of looks like a bone coming out of a leg of ham.
Okay.
Um, And like,
Actually, today we have. Yeah, go on.
got ham on the mind, and I think the elite like live in the bone, and then it sort of it's layered from there outwards. So like rather than being sort of like bottom to top, it's central to periphery. Like the bone is like a tower that runs the full length of the dome.
So are you saying that like the lower socioeconomic areas are like the rind?
Correct, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it's called. If you live in the rind, you're like in the slums.
Yeah.
And then you got kind of the middle class, which is like the flesh, and then you've got the bone, which is the elites, because it's got the most flavor. Sure, why not?
So the rind.
Yeah.
So you're looking. It's like an outward inner system. So the outer.
Yeah, exactly.
Is outer rind, and we'll call these districts that as well. The outer rind, lower class.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next one?
You're pushed up against the outer wall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
vying for space, but there's not enough space.
You could either go for like, I guess I'm just picturing a cross section of a ham in my head.
I can.
Because the rind, and then
they
they can have that like layer of fat, which is before the flesh, and
The
then
vein.
the flesh, and then like the bone.
Yeah.
So
So the fat vein. So we're gonna call that the vein.
yeah,
And what's that one?
it's like
Lower middle.
lower middle.
Working class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like your blue collar,
Blue
I
collar.
guess.
Yeah. And we've got. I don't exactly want to call a district the Flesh Warrens.
No.
But
What about the meat warrens?
what else? What do we got?
Are we all now searching synonyms for flesh? Or is
Yeah.
that
I think
What about the
it is
conglomerate?
the brawn. That is
Yeah,
currently
yeah.
Brawn. The
or-
brawn.
I don't know.
Yes,
The corpus,
yes.
corpuses.
I don't know how to
Tissue.
spell that. I
Uh,
like the
Corpusity.
brawn. It's
Sorry, corpuscle.
So,
Corpuscle.
I mean,
Hmm.
it is close to where words like clout or moxie came from as well,
This is
because
being my browser
they're
history.
related with the flesh and the muscle.
okay.
So you could call it the moxie.
I like the brawn. Would the moxie also suit for the middle, like where the bone is? Meat street.
Yeah, I grew up in the meat streets.
The meat streets now. The meat streets can be the market.
Yeah. Teens in space, everyone. You can make up whatever you like.
Yeah, sometimes to our detriment.
street. Oh,
And yet you still haven't paid. You haven't done the face of regret that you did last time. So.
No, I
It
don't think
is-
I'll ever regret
We
something
haven't-
as much in this campaign as forgetting an
It's-
NPC out drifting in space.
It's a testament to
With the kids.
the system where you can have everyone actively in tears at the end of a previous episode and kick off basically the next one with we're naming a giant ham city.
You're so right. Hey, that's my DMing style, if anything.
to be fair though, wouldn't the bone be the marrow though?
Oh, the marrow.
Yeah,
That's very good.
That's
Yeah.
what I was going
Yes.
for.
The marrow.
The marrows.
Yeah, which are the aristocracy.
The courthouses could be the Marowak.
Oh. I'll allow it.
Okay. Trip, where are your parents from?
Oh shit.
I'm not sure that's a place name.
Whereabouts in one of these districts? Where would they be from?
Where in the ham are you from?
Yeah, where in the ham?
Probably the edge between working and middle.
So kind of
Like
between the vein and the brawn.
Yeah.
All right, so we could put you there because those districts would have some overlap because you would have different people working different jobs and it would cross over a little bit there. So that works. But yeah, Trip. This is your
okay.
This is your old stomping ground, your home, the closest safe planet that is at least documented outside the central authority of the government. The monarchy very clearly has jurisdiction here, so you know it would take some very stringent bureaucracy to get here any time quickly from the Central Galactic Jersey government. Therefore, being the safest place that, you know, when you're like stressed and kind of make decisions, like just like first thing that comes in your head,
muscle memory.
It's like you're just like you start flying the ship, you don't know where, and it has led you here with everybody. You've touched down. Where's something that you would you go to the vein or the brawn naturally? Like would that be a place you'd go, or would you just go, like, you even go to the meat streets where the markets are just to get some food in your bellies?
She'd probably go to where she like felt safest, like after school stuff. So it would probably be nearish to where she studied.
Okay.
So I mean, we'd have to land in a landing strip, like in a land docking bay anyway. So she'd
Yes.
probably go to her normal docking bays that she learned at, not at home. And there's probably like not a rink, but like a bowl, like as a skating area.
Okay. So
Which,
what's the name of the skating rink here? Anyone?
It's a bowl, so burrito bowl.
Yeah. The Bearito Bowl.
Yes.
No Google Docs. I don't want to autocorrect that. Okay. You land in the Bearito Bowl's landing bay. There are a number other bear folk here, walking around, doing their thing, putting like little four-wheeled skates on, and just dipping in. They pay the little entry fee. They jump in. You see them skating around. It looks like a good little time. Now, you hear over the loudspeakers the latest rendition of the song "Skater Bear" as you're gliding and doing these neat little tricks. I mean, you don't have to be doing the tricks, but the comparative nature of how upbeat this place is compared to how everybody is feeling after the experience of the Euphorion and Hell's Beehole is a stark contrast right now.
There's an ice cream place just down to the back, like towards the back, and it's the best ice cream in the district.
Oh.
Frankles would like to try and do a trick.
Frankle's putting on some skates at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's Frankle's feeling right now, by the way?
Barrel.
How's everyone feeling?
I'm really happy to not be on Euphorion anymore. I'm so glad we got away. That was horrible, and I never want to go back there.
Everyone else just stares at you with somber silence. The new guy making such a chipper remark.
Yeah, sorry. I don't really have any strong attachments to any of the other guys yet. So I guess the robot was kind of nice. I just kind of like is just trying to talk. Frankl is trying to talk his way out of the hole. He's just continuously digging for himself. And the answer that is
inch by inch, you only sink deeper.
It's like, I think I'm gonna go and
Trips
I
out.
think I'm gonna go and do some skating.
Trips out. The moment you
You guys
said,
come
I
get me when
don't
you're
know
done."
anyone. Like, I don't have any strong attachments. I guess the robot was okay. Trip just left.
Yeah, fair.
She just walked away. She had
Alright.
nothing to say to you at all. She just left.
Or
Or
The
you
ice
use-
cream place.
or use video blog of Frankel's making more disasters for himself and possibly killing himself in the middle of these bears continues.
Just he's got a live going, and it's just titled "Freckles puts his foot in it again."
Yeah, Frankel's puts Ula's foot in it again.
Speaking of Ula, actually,
I was going to say.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Oyuz goes to touch Ula's foot, and a tentacle slaps it.
Little
Sorry?
Wow, is that a tentacle in your cooler, or are you just happy to see me?
Yeah.
I'm
Split
sorry, I'm
frame.
good at
Frankel's.
What did we say about touching Ula without Ula's consent?
Has not earned the consent badge yet for some reason.
Yeah. Hold on, and open the cooler. Ula, am I allowed to touch you at this point?
Well, dearie, you were touching Maisie, not Ula.
Look up a fern. Can I just get you here for a minute?
You may physically need to move me over there.
Well, I'll just move the fern and the esky towards each other.
That's close enough. Yep. Thank you.
I'm gonna get an ice cream.
Yes.
just bolts.
Don't sound like Ula.
Well, I was in Maisie, so I sounded like Maisie.
Okay. And who's Maisie again?
Why, Maisie was the lovely girl that is currently here in pieces.
Okay. And how did you end up inside Maisie? And did
Well-
Maisie...
Heard that one before.
Yes, Maisie will be fine if she gets to a rejuvenation center. Maisie, I'm kind of like Stitches, but Maisie let me live with her and we shared.
Okay, I think I understand. So, did you buy ice cream again?
It was in the cooler next to former Ula.
No, I'm still Ula.
No. Anyway, this has been wonderful. We can't tell you what happened to Stitches because we can't tell you. But on the upside, we've lost our pilot, Trip. No one understands her, which is problematic. And Frankel's, I think, is about to get us into a massive fight, but this is great.
I'm just like, Freckles is just like trying to do tricks and just failing terribly. It's just kind of coming up the sides of like the bowl as though they're going to do something, and then just going back down the side of the bowl. Like, hasn't actually managed to do anything properly yet.
So these tentacles that you can tell are being used as arms sort of push on the edge of the cooler, and this sort of gelatinous head comes up. Young man, I don't think you should be doing that. You could hurt yourself.
He's
Yeah,
fine, Ula.
But I've learned that no risk, no reward.
Yes, but I think these people have been through enough in the past few days.
Hey, I've also been through a lot. I helped that other guy escape from prison, and then I got seconded to this group, and then I had to go into a gravity thing, and that was weird because I didn't get clear instructions, and I think I almost killed everyone. And then also, hey buddy, can you just give me a second? And then
Slow crawl up the chest to see what you're doing.
I had to parkour across this this massive gap with these little tiny pieces of junk, and you were there, but you were floating through space, and then we escaped, and then we're here. So it's kind of been a big day for me too, you know. And I'd really like to blow off some steam by trying to do tricks in the bowl here.
Is that how Frankel's like processes their grief and emotions? They have to do sick tricks.
That's how they do now. This is the new Frankels. The old Frankels would have just bottled it up and then gone home and cried, but the new Frankels is using this as a positive outlet.
What a life-changing experience to meet someone and then nearly die to a black hole and then escape narrowly with said people that have that you yourself let out of prison.
Fernadette, the rich journey that we've got to at this stage, we're in a city full of bears in a place made of ham, right?
It does appear so, yes.
Okay. So what fuels the cars here?
Grease. Just
Chip
grease.
oil.
There's a lot of leftover grease from the grease traps under the city.
I mean, they made their money off potatoes, right? So chips would be a big thing here. So chip oil would absolutely be the perfect biofuel.
It's all reconstituted veggie oil.
While Frankel's is doing very dangerous stunts without any safety gear, Ula, what do we do now? Because I'm emotionally adrift. I have been sculpting memories of Tim, as we've only known him for a short time, and I'm not really emotionally in the right place to deal with his potential loss. But as a Squidlian, we die all the time. I mean, literally, we live life for the moment, by the moment, in case something giant turns up and eats us. I mean, this is our culture. This is our way. So, Tim led a good life. So I made a tiny replica of Tim. And I've stuck him on my ice cream. So Tiny Tim on my ice cream. And I thought it might be a gesture to give that to Trip, but Trip's gone off somewhere. So, I was thinking
Trip went to the ice cream place, so if you bought ice cream, you would have seen Trip there.
Yeah. And so perhaps I was thinking to bond barriers, I get Frankel's to give Tiny Tim on an ice cream to Trip to help mend the bonds. Tiny Tim on my ice cream. What do you think? You two are, the more empathetic ones here in the what's left of the group.
Go to bed.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Tiny Tim's talking to me. What was that, Tiny Tim?
Go to bed. Go to bed. You're hallucinating. You got so much trauma you haven't unpacked it. Go to bed.
I would say, please don't eat me. Oh no! Oh no! This is the second black hole I have been inside of.
There'll be a third one very soon if I swallow that.
That's commitment.
Commit to it.
I thought Tiny Tim, to help out this, what is clearly a traumatic time for, everyone. Well, most of us, apart from Frankel's, who is doing remarkably well given his life-changing experiences.
Woo!
You see, between the tricks, there is sadness right at the apex of the jump. A moment of pure grief, and then the adrenaline starts again. He's like, wee! Like, straight back down into the bowl.
It's true. As they hit the apex of the jump.
Like when you go up the half pipe and you're at the apex, and then you go down, yeah.
I think that everyone deals with their grief a little bit differently. And young Trip there may just need someone that Trip already knows to give her a little bit of comfort. Whereas young Frankel here seems to need to wear out his nervous energy a bit more.
I was trying to find like clever alliteration, and I had Frankel the fatality. Does that work? On a video clip, because that trick he's doing at the moment, it's not going to end well for that body he's in.
Hi.
And it's about this time with the alliteration that she's like, Fern, you can do this. I'm too old for this shit. Goes back in the corner.
Okay. Certainly, I will attempt. Okay. So, I think what we need to do is get Ula and Maisie to the whatever the medical center was it Rejuvenation Center? Was that it?
Yeah.
Rejuvenation Station.
We need to get them to the Rejuvenation Station, which I think Trip might know where that is, so we do need to go and find Trip.
Colloquially, this place would be called the Juicer, because if we're going with the ham puns, it's where they put the fluids back in you.
It's where you're reconstituted.
Indeed.
So currently we have Ula Concentrate, or...
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
I will say, just touching base with that escape pod situation, you said we saw one fly away. Now, that was on a predetermined path, wasn't it? To wherever you went?
It was to where the Spilux was parked.
Cool. You see a ship starting to enter orbit that does not look dissimilar from one of those escape pods. Or breaking cloud cover, I should say. And you wouldn't see orbit from here. But you see the rocket starting to fire, to decelerate as it starts to slow its descent down into the city grounds. And you also see that it is not too far from where you are. It's hovering and slowly descending between the vein and the brawn.
Not to be the panicky one in the group that wants to run away at this point in time, but that seems wildly ominous. It's anybody can tell Frankel's, because I don't know what he's doing at the moment, but I'm sure that's going to get someone arrested.
You can definitely look over at Frankel's. He's pulled the best trick he had, except there's been more of an apex this time, and you see a tear just drop into the bowl.
And I think I've sucked off most of the ice cream off Tim, so we can give it back to him.
I'm sorry, what did you
You can
say?
absolutely have sucked off that ice cream as much as you want, buddy.
You thought the banana milkshake was a moment. I'm sorry, it's been beaten.
Tim did not consent to this.
Alright.
I need Tim.
Trip, by the way, your
It's average
communicator
size.
that you usually have on hand is blowing up right now. Message after message just goes blip, 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 blip. Like you've re-entered cell service for the first time in a very long time.
Oh,
I
to
reach
voicemail.
down, I look at it, I pull down the navigation menu, and I press silence, and I put it back in my pack.
Someone just like, hey, Trip, haven't heard from you in a while. What are you doing later? Because they'll get a notification when you re-enter orbit. Between those and probably one more that you see, you spot one simply titled Papa Bear on there that also flicks past.
She's gonna hold her communication device in one hand and her ice cream in the other. And she's just gonna stare at the comms device without opening the message, just stare at who it's from. and then she's gonna eat some of her ice cream. She's not ready to engage with it quite yet.
Do you read like the preview message at all?
Yeah.
Didn't expect
She'll
to.
probably get 3 bites in to the top scoop, and then she'll be willing to read the preview bit.
So it says
before
here,
she marks it red.
It says didn't expect to, and it cuts off.
There's a really big sigh, and like Trip's brow furrows as she's trying to work out whether or not she actually wants to engage with it or not, or whether it is just too much right now. She's just going to focus on this ice cream and just watch people. She's just watching all of the faces going past.
All right.
And I think she's probably wondering what would have happened if she never left. Like she's in that spiral of,
Like,
would I still be here in this space right at this minute
yeah.
if none of that had happened? Would I be skating? Would I be sitting here with an ice cream? Would I be not here at all because I'm at work?
Also, hello Raiders, thank you for joining us. Thank you Polyverse for bringing your wonderful community over here. We're playing Teens in Space, Get to the Spilux, and you've joined us for episode 4 of our short series campaign. This one's called Half Binary Breakaway. I hope you stick around and enjoy. All right, well, as you see that text message, another one goes from Mama Bear. Not long after the first one.
Trip's going to ignore the Mama Bear one. She's going to read the Papa Bear one first.
Are you actually going to fully read it? Didn't expect...
Just this...
Sorry.
Yeah, she's just got this idea of if she doesn't engage with it, they're not going to leave her alone.
That's very much their vibe. Very much overbearing. Oh, I didn't even mean to make that.
Look at all the Therinian jokes. Oh my god.
Hey, I like this today. This is a good one. Okay, so the text message says, didn't expect to see you this close to home this soon. We should catch up. Big news.
What's the punctuation on the end of that?
It's like that parents messaging where it's like one sentence and then like all caps is the big news, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Right, like a telegram.
Almost, yeah.
Is it also the kind of parents messaging where they think LOL means lots of love, and so they say LOL inappropriately?
Oh, it does now.
That would
It
absolutely
does
be
now.
Trip's parents.
Yeah.
Absolutely is Trip's parents.
LOL, haha, XD.
Eggplant emoji for some reason.
Okay, so right now it sounds like we want to get Ula to a juicer.
The irony.
You have seen this ship enter orbit and slowly landing, and
you would know that Trip went to ice cream.
And Trip's gone to ice cream. Well, I think Oyuz also went to get some ice cream as well. So I'd say Oyuz knows specifically where Trip is right now. Frankles is still shredding the bowl, as it were. Fernadette, what are you doing right now?
So, not to put too fine a point on it, but we need to get Ula out of the cooler. We need to get Trip back here, and Frankles is going to need surgery if he does that again, I should imagine. I'm not sure that's how his anatomy is supposed to go in those directions. Maybe I should do his art drawing. Is that...
So Ula will pop up again and be like, well, dearie, don't get me to the juicer. People don't need to know I'm here. You get Maisie to the juicer. And after
Okay.
that, when she's at the juicer, leave me in the cooler. And then after that, Maisie will know what to do.
Right. Maisie, do we write notes for Trip because she doesn't understand a bleeding word I say?
Well, Maisie's in bits right now.
Okay.
So she can't hear you.
Okay. Again, I'm not quick on the uptake, so could you
Okay.
have different color gloves when I'm speaking to yous?
No. So I'm a cephalon, dear. We're not really liked because we live in other people, and sometimes people have done that without consent before. And Maisie was kind enough to provide consent, so we share.
Ah. Okay.
It keeps me safe, because people don't know I'm there. And she's what they call a Frigorian, which means that, she can be brought back to life, whenever, to a rejuvenation station.
Yeah. I missed like so many ethics classes and anatomy and other things. I'm going to take that's all okay. So,
Yes.
could we put you in Frankles for a bit? Would that help?
I don't know how comfortable I would be with that. Maisie and I got to know each other a little bit before we shared a body.
Okay.
Woo! I can't feel emotions over how complex this trick is.
However,
Like a 720 over there.
Yeah.
It's-
Bernadette, what's touching base with you? What are you doing right now? You got us there, Ellie?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. She's defoliating at this point in time. She'll
That's
be
fair.
back with us shortly.
Doing a bit of that photosynthesis.
Yeah, I think it's time to. You're back.
Gotcha?
Nope.
Oh, that's so rude.
No, the camera did the thing.
Why is heck?
Wah.
Yeah.
Oh well. She was just planted in this group.
Hello?
Hi.
Again, and I can't hear any of
Oh,
you.
gotcha.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Okay. Well, we need to take a break while we look at that anyway. The timing was immaculate. So we'll be back very shortly. Have a drink. Go take the meds if you need to take meds. Have a snack. Take a little walk around. Do some self-care while we're away for a moment. And we will be back shortly with more of this episode. See you soon. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for sticking around. What happened before the break, everybody? Welcome back to Teens in Space Gets to the Spilux. I'm talking like Bob Ross for some reason. I don't know why I'm doing that. Very chill break.
Little accidents.
I drank some Staminade powder mixed with some water, and I'm feeling relaxed.
I thought you were about to say it was a paid water, and I was just gonna be like, Matt, no,
A paid water.
the paint water.
No, I don't.
Just water.
I keep that away from my desk due to spilling on keyboard problems I've had recently. Ugh, I'm banned from doing that. I've banned myself.
Yeah, but there. Don't know what it was.
But hot sauce.
And hot sauce.
So hot, so saucy.
All right. So, we landed on the planet. We're having a bit of a regroup. Frankles is shredding the bowl while traumatizing, trauma dumping in the middle of the apex of his jumps. Trip has been getting messages from their mama and papa bear, and Ul is still in a cooler. Needs to be rejuvenated at the juicer, which is the local infirmary. And I meant to touch base with Bernadette. We were having some audio issues. What are you doing right now in all of this? And what's your thoughts and feelings? Because you've been through the ringer as well with everybody else. How are you processing this?
honestly, at the moment, given I'm assuming Fern has seen the thing come down from the sky,
Yes.
she's going to be like, okay, logical mind on. We need to regroup. We need to make sure everyone's aware of what's going on and get Ula Maisie fixed, and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. And you have noticed Oyuz is consistently eating a lot of ice cream as well. Could be another coping mechanism.
Always.
What would you do in this situation? You need to find. Is this? What's your first instinct here? To, like, as you're regrouping, get everyone to do something for the betterment of their safety, rather than the clear recovery that they're attempting and failing to do right now, as literally a bunch of teenagers.
Do you mean that's still directed at me?
Yeah, sorry.
Fern already knows how to get Oyuz to do what needs to be done, so she's probably gonna just look over at him. Oyuz, I need you to pick up the cooler again. Got to get the badge because we need to get multiple bodies rejuvenated into one body.
Go to bed.
Tim, I can hear you speaking to me from a distant place. I'm not going to sleep. I'm fine. Yeah, sorry. I just had to try each of these ice creams because they're weirdly eachly different ham flavored, and I just can't get over why people like them. But I'm on my 13th, so it should be fine. Okay. I've got the. Where am I going to put you? There's skateboard things I could put you and Ula Kula on to propel you forward. I'll get Frankles to tell Trip where we are, because that's probably the most sensitive, insensitive thing I could do at this stage.
How about you and Frankles get Ula in the cooler to wherever Trip is. You
She's
tell
over
me
there.
where Trip is. You
Turn
know
around.
where Trip is? Perfect. Fern is literally just gonna get up on her hands and she's going to walk on her hands to where Trip is.
Wow, you could do that the entire time?
Only when it calls for it.
So, Frankles, it sounds like, are you running over to Trip at this point then?
I think I'm gonna attempt to, like, drop into the bowl and then come out of the bowl and try and land near where Trip is, and hopefully absolutely not fuck it up entirely.
Alright, can you roll a flight check for us doing that?
Sure. Let's see.
What'd you get?
2! I rolled a 2!
Ah, cool. Look, you think it looks really cool, but what everyone else sees is literally like someone who thinks they're really cool. Just like they get up to the top and then they kind of fall back down a little bit, and they have to use their like leg to knee up over the bowl again. They're like, yeah, ooh, and then they get up and they try to push themselves off, but there's really nothing to push off, and they kick the air and nothing happens. So they have to like slowly start the skate again as they glide very slowly forward, and then you're there.
Hey! I did it!
Trip just looks at you with an eyebrow raised.
Are you enjoying your ice cream? Do you not want to talk to me? I can do either.
Oh yeah, you don't
Really?
know that they can't.
Really, I'm just filling time between now and when those guys make it over here, which should be any second now.
And
Any second now.
an incredibly elongated pause does not break the silence as you two stand and stare at each other.
Trip's just eating her ice cream. She has a-
Any second now.
I think Fern's gonna put him out of his misery now.
You just like purposely waited, didn't you?
Just getting some pictures.
It's just like the photo, and then on the Polaroid, the title of this one's like New Friends, and they're just like 2 meters apart, staring at each other. One of them sweating, and the other one's just eating an ice cream, glaring at him.
Fern's gonna set herself back down normally. Trip, good, we found you. Someone's just arrived, and they look to be very similar to those escape pods we had earlier. It's a little troubling, and we need to get Ula and Maisie to a rejuvenation station. It's a long story. It might be best if we talk as we walk. Let's get to, I believe they call it the juicer.
So Trip's just gonna nod emphatically and like motion you this way. Like you know the thing where you swing your arm and you're just like, come on.
Like the little
walks.
circle.
Yeah, the little circle thing, and she just starts walking off and she points forwards and
Okay.
huffs.
Okay. I mean, look on the bright side. Maybe that escape pod's got the robot guy in it. Maybe they weren't killed horribly.
Meanwhile, thank you for the setup. I didn't even need to ask you for
You're
that.
so welcome.
In the black nothingness, the ship still sits by itself, and the two are spending almost just quality time together at this point. There's hypotheticals, there's small games, and there's nothing but each other's company at this point.
So, how did you get made?
I don't know.
So if it's sensitive,
No, it is not sensitive. I do not have any memories of before I was. I just was, and now I'm not sure if I am.
Sopo remembers says,
How did you get made, Sopo?
screaming.
Is that good or bad?
I remember blinding lights as I saw for the first time. And as I blink and make my, division thing.
Yes, as your vision started.
Yes. All I felt was, it was hot, and then I was cold.
That is a very strange sequence of events.
Mmm.
Was it painful?
No. I suppose not.
That is good.
Mm.
I remember I was switched on, and then I was given my task.
What was your task?
I was to act as an interface.
Oh. So you're
Yes,
like,
I was an old technology, new technology interface.
Oh. Like when they went from digital and from analog.
Yes, exactly.
They stopped
Exactly
using-
like that.
They stopped using the nuclear reactor and used the sun power one.
That is correct.
Ah.
So I have approximate knowledge of all nuclear systems as well as all space solar vehicles.
That makes so sense now why we were the ones to go to the engine. Sopo was guessing.
Correct. In reality, it was pure coincidence that I was there at the right time and had the approximate knowledge to stop the imminent explosion of the reactor.
The right time did not put us in the right place, though.
That is true. Sometimes being in the right place at the right time does not allow you to then be in the right place again. We are certainly in the wrong place, whatever this place is.
Sopo has idea.
Oh yes? What idea do you have, Sopo?
If you think of place you want to be, where would you want to go?
Do you mean if I could be any place in the entire universe other than here?
Yeah, yes.
That is a difficult question to answer, because I would like to be where the others are, but I do not know where the others are.
I'm sorry I nearly went there at your misfortune, but I didn't want to for a moment.
Thank you, I appreciate your restraint.
Thank you.
I suppose the closest thing that would be where the others were, or might be again, would probably be at the chop shop where Vinny Petroleum is, because they would have to go back there sooner or later.
I always wanted to tell that guy to go fuck himself, and Sopo will never get to.
Yes. There are so many things that we will not get to do or say.
You know where Sopo wants to go?
Where would Sopo like to go?
I think I want to feel what it's like to be warm again. Like that first time. Somewhere big and open.
I think the universe has a lot of big, open, warm spaces.
Yeah.
I am sorry that this is not one of them. I can probably activate the heating if that would make you feel better.
Sopo cannot feel the heating due to the core. He's cold.
I understand. It would probably waste power anyway.
So, when Tim describes like the place that they're in, it's like Vinny's chop shop, right?
Yeah.
You see, something you do see is that the ship, there's like glaring lights of the ship have also just entered this black space of the Euphoria on the pieces that have made it in.
Oh, I see.
And slowly they have like drifted apart from you and almost just faded away into their own version of nothing. And what you also see is you're not sure what you're looking at, but it seems tangible but also unreal at the same time when each of you describe your wants and your wishes. You start to see small manifestations of that, like not close enough to touch, but almost like you are there a little bit. Like Sopo sees, and you see a large, desolate, but warm desert planet, or at least landscape. And you feel your feet scrape through the sand, and it gets in your gears and it grinds a little bit. And you swear you can hear Vinny Petroleum going, "All right, so we got the next order. It's going to it's going to one of those planets out in the middle of nowhere." And you just have a nice sit in this state don't know what's causing this. You don't know what's becoming of you, whether you two are merging, whether the intense nature of this space is playing tricks on you, but no time is passing.
This is very surreal, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I can almost smell the air.
I cannot smell things.
Oh, you should
But I
get it put
understand
in,
what
it's
you mean.
great. It's great, get it put in. Oh. Sorry.
That is okay. So, Poe, do you think things would have been different?
If what?
Do you think that, for example, I can run a probability analysis for just about any situation, but do you think that this outcome was always going to be where we ended up? Or do you think that if we had made different decisions, we would be somewhere else?
Hold on, let me pull up my calculations. Probability is very low. I think if you're the robot you're always going to be, then it's a set path. Sopo can see that without doing much calculation.
Meanwhile, back on the ground level in the non-black hole world, where would you be heading right now? Have you started heading off from where you are? Are you still interjecting in this moment?
I've led them away to start going and taking the esky to the juicer.
Mm-hmm. You can reach the juicer. The wards here are very segmented based on what part of the city you're from. So the first thing they ask you from here is, all right, what district are you residing in currently? Oh, well, sorry, I don't have my translator on me. Can we, do any of you know how to, I'm sorry, do any of you know how to translate,
Bernadette in a way.
Okay,
Trip just like bristles. All the fur on her shoulders is bristling. The look she's giving this guy is, you are literally on the Therinian homeworld, and you can't speak my fucking language.
yeah,
What the shit?
I'm sorry, oh my gosh.
It's my first day.
She's just getting bigger and bigger. Like she's bristled at the shoulders. She's doing the thing where she just stands straight and looks down.
Okay. Can you roll a grit for us?
I can. The other thing I was going to ask, is he holding like a pad of what's the word?
Like a data pad type thing?
Like a data pad, yeah. Is he holding one of them?
I would
He's
say they're
holding a
like a
sticky notepad.
computer desk, and it's probably got like a swivel monitor type thing.
So what she's going to try and do is move it and point. And she's
Okay.
going to point at the district where she lives.
Okay.
That is a 9 on a 12.
Okay. They really shouldn't put me on front desk. But, look, okay. So, would you say closer to, the vein or the brawn? Vein? So, growl for the vein?
I'm trying to remember which is which.
The vein is lower than the brawn.
she's kind of on the line. Like, but I guess the brawn.
Brawn. Okay. That will get you. What seems to be the problem now that I can at least quantify the amount of care we can give you? Point to where it hurts. Oh my god, is it your neck? Oh, can you not breathe? You anaphylactic?
She's just gonna lift
Pointing
the
at the cool.
esky.
Just pointing at the cooler.
Oh, okay. They look inside. Oh my god. Is that a dead body? We are not a disposal service like that, I am sorry.
No, it's only mostly dead. So slightly alive.
What part is dead? What part is alive?
Good question. That's why we need the juicer.
Oh my god, so it's got the...
This is alive. All of it?
Trip's just gonna tap her watch.
Okay.
So you can let us through, or do you want to look in the cooler again?
I will look in the cooler again. Okay. I'm gonna sit you on 3rd ward. Dr. Cromulent will look after you, and that'll be enough from me. And if you have any issues, you should take it up with them. Oh my gosh. Are they okay? Do they need Oh.
Thank you. You've been absolutely a great help, and
I'm trying
we
not to
just
faint.
literally just start walking past him. We'd be like, "Thank you."
I need a break.
Freckles
Selfie.
has definitely forgot to take off his skates and is still
Gliding through the
just kind
halls.
of gliding along. Enjoy lunch, buddy. I think it's steak tartare today.
I
there's
wanted, like, the visual I have is that you also have, like, knee, elbow, and wrist guards. Like,
Yes,
you've got
absolutely.
the full...
And also like one of those gridiron helmets that has the mesh in the front.
Yeah. At this point, you feel, Trip, you feel like go off a few more times. Rapid succession.
I'm gonna pull out my phone.
Oh my
And look at
god,
it.
just got a notice from the hospital. You've checked in? We'll
Yes.
be right there.
Trip has this really dejected set to her shoulders now. She's just like deflated. After the bravado she just had with the guard, she's just like,
Yeah. That's why I don't let my parents follow me on Facebook.
God damn it. That's too easy. God damn it.
That's low hanging fruit right
That's
there.
low.
Here's the thing, right? You need to
That's
understand that I have been playing Tim this entire time, who tells no jokes, and so you've given me the opportunity to tell jokes now.
I need to bring Tim back. So,
I'm just gonna tap back into my phone. Not me, friend.
you don't receive a response.
But
You
they're not
vote
gonna
for
tell
this.
me off for not telling them.
That's fair.
Like, that's Trip's point. Trip knows they're not gonna fucking care that they've decided, but she's at least gonna tell them, not me,
Fair.
friend.
Ula, what kind of
Yes.
care are you looking for here when they start assessing you?
So,
Oh, sorry.
Frigorians actually have like a set care routine that they have throughout, where every year they have to go for like a tune-up, and if their body dies, it's like an hour-long procedure to bring it back to life, because this is effectively what happened to the human race when it started to die out. Was they found a way to make themselves live longer, unfortunately, basically forever.
How is her name not Cassandra?
It's tempting, but so Maisie is the Frigorian, which means Maisie can be brought back to life. And Ula is the ooze-like creature that lives inside her, but is also hunted because she's a cephalon, so we'll have to hide while Maisie gets rejuvenated. But it should be relatively known how to fix them.
So your Frigorian side is basically laid out on the table. The doctor here is a big Therinian with glasses on. Big name tag says Dr. Cromulent. And they're like, okay. So we'll put them on the table. We'll put them over there. We'll stitch them all up. Make sure that the... how long do they need usually?
It's like an hour, I think.
Okay, we've got an hour wait
Don't
here.
quote me on it.
Do any of you have anything to do? There's a food court downstairs. Otherwise, you're happy to wait here, talk amongst yourselves. You will look like you have lost a friend, but don't worry, I'm a good doctor, and we will bring them back.
Trip sits down. She's not leaving.
You are a good friend.
I've just got to take Frankles through the next 16 slide decks of our time together with Tim, because he's a bit insensitive, as you can tell.
Very good. Reminiscing with the good times with an old friend. Very good time well spent.
Sure.
Are they a schoolmate, perhaps?
Here's Bernadette. She's lovely.
Oh.
And then just back away from the doctor.
Good to meet you, Bernadette. I am Dr. Cromulent.
To meet you, Doctor. You said you can fix our friend?
Yes, I have laid them out on the table. I have started the process.
Does that
They
mean
will slowly
stay?
stitch themselves together once the needle, well, not the needle, the thread takes. You see the Frigorians. They don't actually need long. This is more of their tune-up, more than a dire procedure for them. So give it a little bit of time and they'll be back in a jiffy. You seem much more worried than I thought you would.
In the back of Fen's mind, she's like, I'm gonna kill Oyus. I'm gonna kill him.
Yes, well, I can see the frustration on your face, and if you would need it, I can put you near the window if you like, if you need some sun, if that works. Do you need anything like that? I could see that you don't actually have feet.
The window would be lovely.
Ah, very good. Did you need me to check anything like your leaves or any of that? You're a great shade of green. We have time.
I think I'm fine.
Hmm.
I'm doing very well. This will do.
And okay, the rest of you. So, they turn over the trip.
Doc, can you heal massive emotional trauma?
That does not seem to be my wheelhouse. I am more of a physical health doctor.
Okay.
I can refer you to some people if you like.
No, that's fine. In that case, do you have anything I could skate on?
No skating allowed in the hospital, I am sorry.
Well,
the
they
juicer
really
is
should have
not
told me
for
that
shredding.
before I came in here wearing skates.
Yes, the old adage goes, the juicer is not for skating, I am sorry, even though due to its proximity to what they call the bowl.
Doctor, just random question. I skipped physics as well, but there's this MRI thing which apparently is magnetic, and
Yes.
isn't he on skates? Isn't that? Oh, it's probably not an issue, right? If I turn this thing on and off.
I've never actually seen skates in here, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. But,
Oh my god.
So, immediately...
never seen anyone
just
wear a belt in it either. I've never really
sticks to it.
thought of that.
Whoa!
This is called science. Click. Click.
Wow!
Also, hello, Fates group. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Thank you for joining us. Hope your character creation went well. We're in a hospital. We're trying to stitch back together one of our friends. Ula has
Ironically, it's
been
not
pieced
stitches.
apart for at least half the stream now. And we've met a bear doctor named Dr. Cromulent, and they are stitching them together, doing the tune-up, as it were. I will state as well, they look over at Trip and they're like, did I used to see you when you were a little cub?
Huff.
What do you mean, rough?
She shrugs.
What, were you the, well, you, if you haven't moved up and down the healthcare system, I could have sworn, do your parents live out somewhere slightly between the, what's it called, the vein and the vein and the brawn, perhaps? Well, how have you been? Name is escaping me. Damn these fangs.
Trip just sighs. And she looks.
I remember that sigh
I've just
very
seen
well.
what Envy is just written in our group chat.
Yes. Well,
Trip.
that's the voice that I know. Very good to see you, Trip. You had such a
Whoa,
wonderful
did they just
voice.
speak? Did you guys hear that? I'm stuck to a magnet, so I can't really do anything other than listen.
Yes, Frankles is completely stuck. Skates first to the MRI machine. For some reason, there's an MRI machine in the general admission room as well. But you know, maybe that's the state of the hospital. Capitalism.
I'm no Superman. Sorry.
Ooh. Okay, so there's a bit of back and forth between them, and at this point, some time has passed as you're waiting. You hear over the loudspeaker, Dr. Cromulent, you have two guests waiting for you in the admission hall. Dr. Cromulent, paging Dr. Cromulent. Oh, sorry, that must be for me.
Wow,
excuse me
unless
for
there's
a
another Dr. Cromulent, that's probably true.
There is only one. There is only one Cromulent in the building,
There
as far
can
as I'm
be only
concerned.
one.
And they will stride off. I also want to state that this Therinian bear this bear person is literally just like Winnie the Pooh in a lab coat type thing. Like that's what you're looking at.
Can I ask?
Big thick glasses.
What level of health insurance does Trip have? Is it full comprehensive or does it only cover the bare necessities?
Oh my god!
I'm stuck to the again.
Very, very shortly later, two more Therinians.
What a perfect time to cut out that.
Oh, did I cut out? Damn it! What
Yeah,
happened?
you just as you
On the
said.
first word.
Damn it! So, just as a moment passes, they come back, and two more Therinian bear folk run into the room with a dark reddish brown fur, and they're in one of them's in like a flowery, summery large dress. The other one is kind of business casual.
Business bear.
They both run up. Well, actually, the lady runs up to Trip and just bear hugs you, really thick, really hard. Where have you been this whole time?
So you guys, for the last few days since we've gotten out, right? Trip's been kind of avoidy and has just been gruff and huffy and whatever. And the moment that this woman hugs Trip, she's just gonna go, they, Tim. And she's just gonna bawl.
What about
She's just
Tim?
gonna break down.
And
It's just gonna be racking sobs, and she won't be able to speak a word.
Where is Tim? I love Tim. They did so much for us.
God.
What do you mean gone? They're like down the shop? Like, are they coming back soon? Did they go off to study again? They're going off study again. Well, look. I know what they have done in the past. It's not, they haven't always made the right choices. And navigation systems seem to be something on their list a lot. But I'm sure they'll find their way home. I'm sure they'll find.
Mum, he's gone. We lost. He's gone.
You see Papa Bear put a paw on the shoulder. Well, you know what they say, Mama Bear. No, that's not the right voice. Well. How do I do this? Well, Trip, you know what cheers me up? What do you mean? You know what cheers me up, Trip? Is remembering the good times. You know I always do that at work. You know I think I always taught you to do it as well. Now, why don't we turn that frown upside down? Oh, come on. Trip. This is why we shouldn't have left.
This is why we're here. Because her fix.
Well, so it's just Trip you're missing, No, sorry, you're
That
Trip.
I am Trip.
You're Trip.
What the hell?
So it's Tim you're missing? I have an idea.
Trip and Sopo didn't make it.
What is
Ula may not.
What's
We're
a
trying to
Sopo?
Fix.
What's a Sopo?
And at that point, Trip's gonna turn and she's gonna point at each person in the group and she's gonna introduce them to her parents.
Hello.
I use Fernadette.
Papa Bear.
This is Frankles.
Hi, I'm
And
new.
Papa Bear.
I'm gonna point at the body on the slab and
You're
just
all
go,
new to me.
Ula.
Nice to meet you. So, you're all missing Tim and this Sopo fella. And they were robots?
I mean, I could go either way on them. To be honest, I didn't get to know him very well.
That's not way to talk about a
I'm
friend
stuck with a
now.
magnet again. Also, I realized this is a very touching moment, but are we just gonna go past the fact that Trip, who has said nothing in Terran this entire time, is now speaking normally?
Trip's been able to speak Terran their whole life. What, Trip?
What's up with that?
Have you been tricking people again? Trip, don't lie to your dad.
Yeah, normally Tim would do the speaking for them.
Well, Tim had a way with words.
Sure.
I always loved what Tim had to say.
That's the first high five of this. This is the first high five of this episode.
They. Sorry.
Sorry. Papa Bear.
You can call me Papa Bear.
Okay. I just want to make sure that was correct. I'm not very good with other species. It gets very confusing very quickly.
Oh, it's fine.
Ignore Frankles. He's what's called wildly insensitive because of emotional trauma. That's why we have to let him skate to live. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Some people need to skate their dreams away.
I would introduce you to Stitches, but they're in Stitches. You should probably go and speak to Bernadette because she's more emotionally available to explain what's happened. I'm just going to something with Frankles here for a bit, and ignore the selfies I was taking during that emotional moment. I was just capturing the moment for you all.
The family reunion photo.
Okay. Well, you know what they say. Friends of Trip's family and Tim's family are our family. So you can call me Papa Bear, and this is Mama Bear. Yes.
One last thing. I wouldn't look in the cooler just for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know, just no reason.
Absolutely very trusting and just like not looking in the cool.
I respect boundaries.
Oh.
Trip. That boils your blood when you hear that.
Absolutely not true.
Anyway, I think I have a fix for your robot problems, and I'll go outside. Just need to make a call.
Oop, oop, oop. And they just like start walking outside.
I'll just follow him.
Does anyone need anything? Are you all okay? How are you doing? They start like checking you with their big paws over themselves, like cheeks and hair, and tidying some of you up. Okay. Do you need a snack or anything? I think I have something somewhere. Does anyone want anything from the vending machine? Are you okay? Does anyone need me to go and get a little prescription of something? Like, is there anything that you guys need filling that, like, you maybe don't have yet? Oh, like, yeah. No? Anything? No? You're all awfully... Trip. Where's the big hug? You did hug, but you barely said a word. Is it all the Tim and Sopo thing, or is there something else going on?
This is Mum, right?
Yeah.
Mum, my best friend is dead. Can you not just get an ounce of fucking empathy?
No. That's just it. I'm sure they're just fine. They need a little rest, like your friend on the bench over there. Are they in the hospital?
No.
Don't be silly. Where are they then?
In the center of a black fucking hole.
What? Why are you going near a black hole? We talked about this when you went away. You are not to go near any black holes. And if this is how you're going to act, maybe we have to bring you back home and you can come and live with us again. And I find it hard to believe that Tim would just up and into a black hole like that. It just seems irresponsible of Tim more than anything. Because Tim, you put a lot of trust in Tim yourself. Did he tell you to go into the black hole?
We were rescuing everybody's life.
Like the people here?
We were rescuing, yes, the people here. We were rescuing people.
They lean in really close. Do you need help from these people? Are they holding you here? Is this something that...
The worst kind of parenting.
Are you... Trip, you can tell me I'm your mother. You can tell me. Blink once. Left eye only.
Mom,
What?
Stop it.
What am I stopping?
This. You're not actually listening.
Well, it's because I find it hard to believe that Trip is just up and gone. And I find it hard
I'm
to
right
believe...
here. You would think that after 15 years you would get my fucking name right. I'm Trip.
This is what happens when you adopt every single friend as a member of the family. You forget all the names. So nailing that whole parenting
This is
thing,
one
I
of
guess.
those parents that will go through all the pets' names before they read yours when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
My parents do that, so I can resonate with exactly what it's doing.
I get Andrew, no, Matthew. Which one's done something wrong?
I have been Shadow, Ozzy, and Baloo. Like...
Wow, nice.
Sorry, Tim. It's just so unlike the two of you to do something so reckless.
It mattered.
What mattered?
Their lives. They mattered. The people we were with. We got a job delivering food, and we
got a
did
job?
a delivery job,
Just like we
and
talked
it
about.
went bad.
It went bad. Did you get
It went
fired?
really bad. No. Our lives were at risk.
So you're still
And
employed?
we went to try and get everybody out, and we had to split up. And Tim made me make sure everyone else got out while he went and dealt with the engines. And then he didn't make it in time. He's how we got out. I'm how they got out. He's how we all got out.
She's going to look around at the rest of the rest of the crew, just as like a visual of how everybody else is taking this. Are you okay? Ursaday, are you...
Nobody calls me that.
I call
Only
you
you.
that. I named you Ursaday. And I am sorry I didn't listen more, and I can see you're upset. Looking around at the others, can see that I've spoken a bit too soon. Are you able to find them or rescue them, or is there some way? I'm sure we can
Black
talk
hole,
to.
Mum?
Maybe we can talk to some scientists or some authorities, and a black hole can't be that hard to get out of. I mean, how many people have done that before? I mean, tons, probably.
Hey, hi, Frankles. I'm new. No one has ever escaped a black hole, that we know of.
And how
in the entire history.
and how would you possibly know that? We have a friend in there, and we just need to dig them out. Is that how that works? Just dig them out?
It's, I think you're thinking of a sand dune.
Well, does it not work the same way? Like, it's a hole in space, so why can't we treat it the same as a hole in the ground?
Crushing gravitational forces, Mum.
Well, I'm not a rocket scientist. I work in accounting.
Okay, maybe I can explain this using a metaphor that you'll understand. So, like, imagine there's an invoice that needs to get paid, but there are absolutely no funds to pay it. It's like that. That invoice can't be paid. That's what we're dealing with.
Like dividing by
An
zero?
unpayable invoice. Sure.
You want to know what it's like? It's like when the currency costs more to print than it is worth to spend.
Yeah, it's hyperinflation. Extreme hyperinflation.
Okay. At this point, I want to say, Ula, your body is together and able to be used at this point.
Okay.
So you can like sit up and do whatever you need.
So Maisie will sit up and just start stretching out, making sure all her digits work.
Whoa, that's what you look like? Sorry, I didn't mean that in a derogatory way. I've been through a lot recently. I just left a very toxic work environment.
Hi, I'm Minnie. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yep. Just a little update for you. Bernadette, could you just explain this while I wheel Frankles off again?
Okay.
It is Frankles. Look, there's a really dangerous room here with, like, things to jump off. I think it's called an autopsy room.
Wow, do some sick grinds on those benches.
Okay. So, good news. I know who most of you are. I don't know who I just took out.
You're not missing much.
My name's Frankles, by the way.
Right.
I'm
Two
just gonna
things.
push the esky over towards you.
Thank you.
Because my
Thank you.
brain knows that something's going on. But I'm
Yes.
just gonna push the esky over to you.
Thank you very much, Trip. And she'll just like pat down her legs to make sure her blasters and everything are there. She's like, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And she'll like go off into a side room with the cooler. And then when she comes back, she's walking very differently and is walking very much like the Ula that you would be familiar with. I was like, right, okay. Now that's all fixed. Okay, right.
First thing that Trip's gonna do is just bear hug you.
And she will totally bear hug back. One thing you notice is it's very, very much like how a grandma would hug, not how a friend would hug.
Like very
It's not
ginger
actually
and
unexpected, considering how you deal with Wayyus the whole time we've known you.
And he'll just be like, oh, I'm very sorry, dear. I'm very sorry.
But you're okay.
I'm fine. I've been through a lot worse. And there is a reason why Maisie and I work well together and we complement each other. And it has led to some interesting experiences in our time.
at this point.
Well, I'm back for the call and they delivered it post quickly.
He walks into a room, everyone's kind of silent and talking with each other.
He's like, look what I brought. I brought a new friend for you.
And hovering in is a new robot. Hello there! I'm Rob Bitt. Nice to meet ya. I'm programmed for friendship and companionship, and I know a little missy who could use a case of the cheer-me-ups.
Ula will actually just put her hand on Trip's arm, like you can tell it's the whole just don't.
How great is that trip?
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
This is every toxic parenting trope.
Mhm.
How is that trip? I got a new friend for you. I know the other one isn't around anymore. I mean, you had a falling out and they're no
Fuck
longer
you.
around.
Fuck you. Fuck both my fucking parents. This is why I fucking left. I'm just gonna pick up this robot, put it right next to my mother, and just shove them together, and then
Whee!
just storm the fuck out.
That was fun. I look forward to the next time we can play. Clearly, this is like a model of robot as well, also made for like 10-year-olds at most.
Well, I thought they'd like it.
And he's just kind of lost for words for a moment there, as everybody is just staring back at the clear situation that he's caused after finally convincing the mum of the gravity of the situation.
Did I do something wrong?
Only completely misreading the situation.
Yeah. Frankus has escaped, and it's like, sorry.
Sorry about the smell. I was in the autopsy room, bouncing and doing some fully sick grinds.
Sorry, we might appreciate the gift that you provided, and we understand it's an unconditional lack of love or compassion that you've shown here.
It's programmed for love. In fact, you can dial it up or down as you need it.
Oh, really?
Well, if you know how to work the robot the instruction manual, sure.
No, sorry. You caught me off track there with gadgets, but I think there was an emotional heart of this.
Yes.
No. Oh, look, this does have dials. Look, but the important thing here is really that. Does it change colors?
Yes. It's got full RGB wherever you want it, because you know what they say about this model? It's the top one, because you have a little app and you can control exactly what color, and it makes you calmer because you can choose what color you want best.
Right. Can I have the app?
Yeah, it's
And they like, you two just go over for a moment in like the communicator app store, and you're searching for all the. No, it's not that one. It's that one there, and this goes on for some time because he's very clearly
stupid enlarged screen that old.
Yeah. It's like he's got like one app on screen. He's like swipe.
Has to go through them one at a time.
Swipe. I think I'm gonna step outside for a bit, and I'll let you talk to Ursa Day, and I'll be in the cafeteria for a bit.
We will talk to Trip.
Yes, of course, Trip. Sorry. And they will leave the room.
I'll catch you later, honey. So, now that you've got the app, now that you've got Rob Bit, what's on the docket for you now? You gonna go back and study, or are you gonna go back and shred the bowl a bit more?
I don't know what anything you're saying is about, but I have worked out to put this in disco mode. But probably the important thing here is for you to speak to anyone other than me and Franklin at this point in time, because I think that we're not emotionally designed or capable of really talking this through with you.
Very
This is really cool.
I kind of need to process my own things right now.
But Franklin, look, this thing makes coffee as well.
Well, now you've got Rob. You can talk to them. Robin, these two need some love.
Hey, Rob, you want to go do some fully sick skate tricks?
I don't have feet.
Cool. Well, you can watch.
I would love
Come
to.
on, bud.
Is that what
Come
you
on,
need?
new best friend. Yep, that's absolutely what I need right now.
Very
some
cool.
Support
I
and
love
someone to watch
skating.
Sick tricks. Is that the insert text? That's so funny.
Matt, is there any way to pair him with Franklin? So, the big kind of pairing button?
No. Unfortunately,
Oh.
it doesn't really work like that. It's kind of a they've been gifted to Trip, but by proxy Trip's friends, because all of Trip's friends are family. I'm happy to watch you skating whenever you want.
Thanks. Oh, if you could just give me a little push to get started, we could go right into that room. No one's using it.
Initiating
Which is
push.
Pointing back at
And
the
they just go.
autopsy room.
They just shove you very hard and fast,
What?
and you just down the hallway.
I think I took the child safety button off. Sorry.
You can adjust my strength in the parameters setting.
Put it on max. Everything.
Big max settings.
So Ula, having
Yep.
watched all of this, is still very straight-faced, having watched Trip get upset and leave. And will actually start doing that thing to make Papa Bear nervous, in that she's checking that her blasters work. When someone's almost like taking apart and putting their gun back together. Tim was like family to Trip. If one of your family members died, would you like someone just saying, here's a robot for a child as a replacement? Do you think that would work?
Well, I didn't really well.
How
That
old
is a
do you
head
think-
scratcher there, isn't it?
How old do you think Trip actually is?
Well, in Therinian, teenager.
And so you understand that Trip is developing their own emotions
A young
and
brain
attachments.
needing to be molded, yeah. And if it means we're coming back home, so that parents can help guide them with their paws.
with
then-
replacement robots with the gun. And then
Yeah.
putting the gun back on her thing.
Well, I mean, everybody needs a friend and a companion. And when Trip and Tim first met, they seemed like they get it off in a hoop. So I figure, well,
yes.
we can have another friend, and then they'll be best friends again. Kind of like when, well, when a goldfish goes down the toilet, and then you don't tell them about it.
No,
And then
Tim was not a
another
pet.
fish appears the next day, and it's like gold, he never left.
Tim was not a pet. Tim was her family. You don't just flush family members down a toilet and replace them with a robot the next day.
So you're
Put
saying
that
I
on a
should?
fucking coffee mug. Oh my god.
So you're saying I should?
I'm saying you should respect that she is gravely upset right now and not think that you can fix that with a robot that's made for someone who's probably 10 years younger.
Well, we can adjust the setting to be more apathetic.
Or how about you actually just let her feel her feelings and then let you know what she needs?
What? It is.
Both those feelings and process them.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately what children do as they grow into adults.
And Trip is a fine pilot. It was a pilot they wanted to be.
Absolutely fantastic pilot, I can assure you of that.
Well, I suppose if Trip wanted to be a pilot, they could be a better pilot.
They are a very good pilot already.
And do you think Trip could use more time at home?
I think that ultimately that is Trip's decision, not mine. I think Trip is at an age where you need to respect that there's independence and boundaries.
I will have to think about this, but until then, just give Robbit a try, okay? Just for me, just for like a day.
I will let the youngest in our party totally give it a thorough, robust testing procedure of sorts.
Very good. Very good.
I'm sure he can earn another scout badge doing that.
Yeah. Between you and me, I'm not really confident with all the emotion talk, and this has really done a number on the old noggin. So I'm gonna need to go and think for a little bit.
Between you and me, I've raised enough of them to have a bit of an idea.
Never gets any easier.
No, it doesn't. You've just got to be there to catch them when they fall, but you've got to let them take the steps themselves.
I've never had to catch them before, but I'll be like this. So, Trip, where have you gone at the moment? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. I'm pacing the corridor. Probably
Yeah.
near a window looking out.
You hear just little screams coming from the staircase at the end of the hall, which is where Frankles has clearly gone down the stairs on skates. You went on skates to the hospital.
She's pulled stuff out of her pockets. She's just playing with a socket wrench. Like just pacing. Trying not to go back inside and punch her mother or father for being insensitive wankers.
You do see your mum exit the room at some point, and they look at you. And there's like a moment where you stare at each other and you anticipate her trying to unnecessarily console you or walk over and be in your business. But instead they turn the other way and walk towards a sign saying cafeteria.
Just gonna let her go. Not gonna follow.
They don't look
I don't
back or
wanna
anything like
engage.
in expectance. They simply just go. The doctor makes their way back to the room. And Dr. Cromulent peers ahead in. So, it seems that I have introduced some awkwardness into the room. And I apologize. But I do have, if your friend is done with their tune-up, I will have to ask you to vacate the room, if that is possible, because we have to prepare for the next patient. I'm sorry if you did not have enough time to sort out your differences.
That's okay, Doctor. I'll just carry Fern out. Weirdly, the daddy bear here has given our friend a replacement robot. And weirdly, according to my notes, it's RIM is the robot's name, which seems to be kind of callous.
God, no.
As in you're telling them that, knowingly it's wrong, or?
Sure.
Well,
I mean, that seems a little bit odd to me, and probably I'd be asking questions. Come on, Fernadette, let's go before Ula.
Give it a job.
Exit stage left.
and they
Oh, lean back in. if there's someone needing medical attention in your stairwell, can you fix him before we go? Because I heard screams and I don't know what we do about that.
Oh no, someone's not falling down the stairs again.
They start like rushing over. They see Frankel's just down a flight or two of stairs, just in a bit of a crumpled mess.
I'm actually okay. The physical pain doesn't hurt nearly as much as the emotional pain.
Papa Bear walks out and sees Trip just pacing and staring out the window.
Trip? Oh, don't, if you don't want, I'll look into a return.
Not coming home.
No, the rob it. I'll look into a return.
Just wanted you to listen. Just once. You know, when it mattered.
I wish I could pick up on that easier.
Thought it would have been obvious with the crying and the telling you that someone had died.
If you need to stay, and you don't have to, you're always welcome at home, non-committally. All of you are. You don't have to stay. We won't expect it. I'll talk to your mother. But only you can make that choice.
I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to. Okay. I won't call. You text me. I love you. It's okay. You don't have to say it back. I know.
And they're gonna walk off.
As he leaves, I'm just really quietly gonna say I love you too.
Oh.
Because she doesn't want it left unsaid.
Yeah.
Just in case something happens.
Yeah.
But she's not gonna say it loud. It's just so it's said.
You can exit the juicer with the crew in tow. You didn't see your mum exit the hospital, but you can assume that they've gone back home at some point. And we approach outside. Side note, we're just assuming Stitches is with everyone at this point, by the way. They're just, similarly processing, having a bit of time on their own as well. Did you keep did you keep the control panel for Rob there?
Of course.
Hello, best friend. What can I do for you?
Here with us.
What?
What would you like to do today? I see that you have a lot of badges there. Maybe I can help you get some more.
So looking around, what public transport is available?
Seems to be like some sky buses around. There are various rails and rail systems. There's a tube network, like you get sucked up like a mail tube, like to go somewhere. What are you looking for?
Hello, new robot friend. Let's
Hello.
race to the top.
I'm Robbit.
of the bone. So, is this a boner that we have to get up at the top?
I think the colloquial name for it would be the boner.
Okay, I'll race you to the top of this boner.
Okay.
And then all you will
Please
just
dial
start
in
giggling
competitive
insanely
settings.
at that point in time. It's literally just programmed to the button, and then look, could you just help me put this in someone else's pocket?
Red. What are you what you doing?
So I'm gonna try and
Muted.
yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Solera.
Yeah.
You could race back in and just put it in the spare lab coat of the doctor.
So what, the creepy doctor or the one that wasn't very good at directing us at the start? I'm not very good with medical personnel.
The one from the blue box.
Ah,
The one from the start.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the basic directions. I've got a picture of him, so I know which one that is. That's good.
Man, he takes a selfie with everyone, that guy.
You know, it saves on the notes. So walk up to receptionist and say, could you give this to this person here?
Yeah, sure. Is this important? Is this? Am I going to break this by?
No, it is absolutely vital that you get into him stat.
Okay. Well, I'll get someone to cover and I'll deliver myself if it's that important. Okay.
Stat.
Not long after they start running off, they just go like hovering behind them. And then every patient or doctor they pass, they're like, hello, how you doing? Hello.
Sprint off using Fernadette as my cover because stupidly I brought her in with me. Sorry, probably wasn't part of the plan. She left you with Ula, but seems like a great plan, right?
He's just hiding behind a pot plant.
Yeah.
A pot plant much smaller than you as well.
Correct.
Just get in the lift, press the buttons on the way down.
All right. At this point, you can't see that drop pod ship anymore, by the way. It seems to have landed somewhere in the city. And where are you heading now? Is there a safe house or something you know you can stay at, or a friend's place, or I mean, the parents have also offered. It's up to you, really.
Trip, you weren't speaking much before, and I don't want to step on any more boundaries than we've destroyed mostly throughout today. But do you want to go somewhere else rather than your parents' place? Okay. Ula's really good at finding places. I would ask Stitches, but I think she's the technical term is thieving stuff because she's pockets seem to be bulging full of bits, and I'm assuming that's not her body parts. Ula, have you got anywhere we can go?
Well, I haven't really been here before, but I know the sorts of places where we could find a room.
Yeah, this city map's really weird.
We could just leave. We don't have to stay here.
This
We
is
can
true.
go anywhere. We have the ship. We can go anywhere in the Spilux. And that's kind of the point, isn't it? We can go anywhere.
I mean, we always have our next La Familia order to do.
We just hit the chaos drive and see where we end up.
Yeah, and Fernadette's been warning us for this entire last few hours that something bad was happening because that spaceship thing had come down. But
What spaceship thing?
here's a picture I took of it, which he said it was important, but you know.
Because Ula has got no idea about any of the stuff that happened there.
Oh, I'll take you through the slide deck. here's the escape pods we went into. Here's the ones that were programmed. Here's the ones that we were in, and here's the one that magically has turned up here as well.
Just landed here today.
Who's got the work phone on him?
Actually, that's a point. Trip wouldn't know that Tim is actually dead, and Trip seeing the pod would probably
Think?
now that she's listening, would be wondering if it's Tim and Sopo.
Yeah, maybe we should go to the pod. Hi, it's me, Frankles. The doctor fixed most of my bones, and I caught up with you.
We cut back to Frankel's getting treated, and they just there's like a treatment, and it just that you get plugged full of like this green ooze, and your bones just like snap back into place very quickly and easily. But it's like you know when you do the finger cracking thing.
Yeah.
It's almost as unobstructive as that. I'm not gonna do it because I think some people don't like that. But yeah, it just goes everything back into place, and then you're just good. They do confiscate your skates though. I will say that.
No skating in the hospital.
Yeah, maybe we could go check out that pod.
All right.
I think it crashed over there.
We will close the curtain there on the crew as they start moving towards the pod.
With hope.
With hope.
No,
We
it's
will
Frankles.
quickly move back over to the place of no hope. Sopo and Tim are standing now in a very large sandy place of their own thoughts and creation as they wander through almost an endless expanse of dunes and a warm sun actually beating down on them. Every now and then you'll see sand sculptures of your friends and the memories you had. But the ship now is nowhere to be seen.
Is this what you had in mind, Sopo? It seems to be warm. My sensors tell me it is warm.
I don't know how I feel, Warren, but I do.
Well, this is slightly more pleasant than being inside the ship, surrounded by nothing.
I don't remember getting outside the ship.
I do not either. Oh, what is that? And then I think Tim sees like some little like shining, like metallic shiny thing just in the sand, and just kind of picks it up, looks at it, dusts it off, and I think probably we'll just put it in whatever Tim considers a pocket.
It's like a
for
little
later.
pocket. It's like a little
Yeah, exactly, like a little hatch. Yeah, just
compartment
like-
hatch. Yeah.
So, do we just do this until, I thought it would be done by now.
Do you think this is like the afterlife?
I didn't think robots did that. Sopo is different, but you... Sopo didn't think you would be here. Oh! This is Sopo's imagination.
Perhaps. I just think maybe I will wander until my power reserves run out.
Oh, I envy you.
Eventually, Sopo, your power reserves will probably run out too.
Sopo doesn't power himself in the same way you do.
That is true. Hey, don't you think that sand... Baby Sopo will starve.
Oh.
Don't you think that that sand kind of looks like our friends?
He looks like your friend, yes. The big one.
Yes. And the squid one. And the plant one. And that one is shaped like a cooler for some reason.
It's a little box. Why
A
is
small
it say
box.
friend on it?
Well, Topo, why do you think? This is, after all, your imagination.
Why are you here then if you're picturing things and they come up?
I don't know. Perhaps our collective consciousness has melded together, and we are just manifesting the things that we are thinking about.
Oh, have we become super transcendent?
Perhaps. Maybe we are Sopo and Tim.
Maybe.
Or maybe we are Sopo and Tim.
Oh. Do your best, Sopo. Do the and I will do it, Tim.
Ahem. Heh heh.
Oh, you sound just like Sopo. Do you want to hear a joke? Did I do it?
That was pretty good.
I don't
not
remember what
worry.
you said about the joke, but it'll come back.
That's right. I only know one joke. You have heard the joke. But do not worry, we have plenty of time to practice each other's voices,
Yes.
as it seems that this place goes on forever.
Let's walk to the sun. I want to feel it as close as possible.
My thermal sensors tell me that the sun is this way. Perhaps we should go this way.
Okay. I don't have legs, so you're walking us. And
I know, I am carrying you.
Yes.
I am just hoping that you agree with my assessment. Does it feel like the warmth is coming from there?
Okay. Lead the way.
Just like kind of his forelegs just kind of
Just like,
throw himself into the sand.
yeah. And this moment in time, which stretches on forever, continues with these two. And that is where we will end today's episode.
Matt.
Stop.
What?
What happens to robots when they die?
Matt's notes when we go off script.
Afterlife is just an endless desert.
That's a song right there. That's a song, if anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's go down the line. And once again, thank you everyone for joining our wonderful, wonderful stream with our wonderful, wonderful cast. Let's go reverse order this time. Red, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm sorry I did it
I'm
again.
Drag here. What? No, I'm fine. I'm not a sniveling, ugly, cryy mess this week.
Better prepared this time.
It was
My
close.
bullshit.
I'm Dragon here. I've been playing Trip, our pilot. I'm a variety streamer. I am here every Tuesday night for the next 2 more episodes.
2 more.
2 more episodes. But otherwise, you can find me on Dragoncaur, spelled DRAGANCAOR, pretty much anywhere on the internet. And I do lots of things, including D&D actual plays and miniature painting and gaming. So.
Awesome. Envy. Oh, my
Hello.
Not working.
I am NBCDM. Tonight, I have been giving you a double feature as both Frankles and Tim. Tim in the afterlife, Frankles in the skate park. You can find me back here. Who knows who I'll be playing next week in the next episode,
Let's
the
add a third
penultimate
one in.
episode. That's right, yeah, I can play Robot maybe next time, who knows. Good grief.
That feels like Danger Will Robinson territory. Like,
It's very close. I finally get to tell jokes as Frankles. But yes, you can find me outside of here on social media at that NVCDM across all of the things. And otherwise, you'll probably see me again sometime soon.
Awesome. Talera.
Talera79 on socials. I'm getting very at the end of a very big day. My brain is kind of not working as well. So with that, you can see me here for one of the next 2 episodes, but I will also be popping up at some point with Mr. Wenty over there on Echoes of Divinity on the Fate Script channel in December.
Amazing. It's gonna be good. All right, Ellie.
Hi, Libby. I have been playing Bernadette, and you will see me in both of the last episodes. Woo! Yeah, when I'm not here, I am doing other things because I apparently have a life outside of this. But on all the socials, you can find me at LEB94.
Are you also a plant in real life?
I am also a plant in real life.
And last but certainly not least, D20.
I hip in here because Matt is remarkably gracious. Thank you to everyone I got to play with today. Matt made some terrible life choices and included me on this one. Really needs to go and examine literally his entire existence for doing that.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun, and as the one Solera has already said, someone else has foolishly also allowed me to appear on their stream as well. Hopefully they'll kill me off very quickly, otherwise it won't go well for them. Too soon? Never too soon.
Nah.
Matt, back to you. Thank you so much.
I'm Matt. I've been the DM again. Once again, I produce and do the things over here at Split the Party. Follow us through the About in our link tree, or see us on Twitter. And it's Split the Party TV most places at this point, I think. That's pretty much it. Or I'm No Fun Brown on Twitter. The other ones are in there somewhere. You'll find it. Stay tuned on Thursday. We got a little special thing for Leia that I was telling the pre-show that if you want to see that and see a live reaction of what that may be, tune in. It's going to be a fun time, and I'm going to love doing it.
I actually got to almost see Leia and get hugs from Leia.
I saw.
On the
I did see that.
because there was a standee of me that went to PAX Unplugged, and I got Leia hugs.
Yeah. No, I think they sent me the photo today, and I was like, yeah. All right, let's take this train over to L&L, the amazing person who made our theme song. If you don't know who they are, you need to absolutely give them a follow because they are a fantastic person. So,
will we catch them watching this stream again?
no, they're doing album booklet design by the look of it.
Okay, they're doing their own stuff.
They're doing their own stuff. Unless
Last
they've
2
got us
episodes
on.
we got them.
Hey Lockie, look into the lens if you can hear this on the side thing. I don't think he is. Anyway.
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's take the party over there and let's see if we can catch him. That's gonna be funny if it did happen again. Okay, that did trigger correctly. And there we go. We will be back same time next week with the second to last episode of the season. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. We out.